make it rich for us. Isaiah 40:31. Prayed this many times over people. I like the New King James Version probably the best, and I also like the Amplified Version. I'll read you both of those because they both give certain insights into the meaning of this. In the context of this, Isaiah writes this regarding the Babylonian captivity. They've been there for almost 50 years, and the people are growing very weary, and there's no way out that they can see. No way except for God. And so that's the context of what we'll look at now. So it's Isaiah 40:31. But those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So when we look at the word wait, wait is implying that we are putting our trust in God. We know that we can't do anything in our own selves, and so we are confident in what He can do. And then if we look at renew their strength involves a transformation. It involves a transformation from where our limits are, what we can do, and then transforming them into what God can do in us. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. To mount up simply means that as an eagle is flying, in order to get higher, it has to get into a certain wind current that will lift him up to the next level. So he's rising up, and you might say we're rising up to God in a spiritual sense, but it's on his strength, not on the eagle's strength. It's taking it to a new level of something that's beyond him, and then he can soar higher. We look at the idea of the eagle anyway. The eagle is a typical symbol of strength. Sometimes it's a symbol of judgment in the Bible also, but in this case it's a symbol of strength. It's representative and indicative of God's strength beyond our strength. Our strength is limited, his is without limit. They shall run and not be weary. You know, there are many things in life that make us weary. Shoot, I was weary yesterday. Kind of weary today too, a little bit tired from doing things. We all get there. Some of us have very heavy things that make us weary. But whatever the case is, we have our limits, right? But God is limitless. He goes beyond whatever our weaknesses are. And they shall walk and not faint. And this talks about God's strength that is provided to us when we look to Him, and it gives us a sustained resilience, that we can be resilient in His strength, way beyond our strength. And then in the Amplified, but those who wait for the Lord, who expect, look for, and hope in Him, will gain new strength and renew their power. They will lift up their wings and rise up close to God. Like eagles rising toward the sun, they will run and not become weary. They will walk and not grow tired. Did you know that the eagle, as he grows older, and as people grow older, you know, they get more weak, they get more tired easily. They're not as vibrant as they were in their youth. But did you know that with an eagle, that with his plumage, it actually regenerates and it becomes a stronger set of plumage as it gets older? And again, that idea of God being, you know, symbolic in that eagle, that strength growing, and that strength grows in us then as we take on God's strength, when we trust in Him, when we look to Him. Our hope in the Lord gives us assurance that produces strength. And I've written a few things here. Hoping in the Lord motivates us to keep going, to keep being motivated. I was listening to Trump's speech yesterday to the West Point Academy, to the graduates, and he was talking so much about motivation. Don't lose the momentum. Don't lose the momentum. And we don't lose the momentum as believers because it's God's momentum that sustains us, that keeps us persevering through any difficult situation. If we look to Him, we have have to do that. We have to trust in Him. We have to find our hope in Him. And then I wrote a few things down over here too. God is never weary. He's never faint. God is an endless supply of strength. And He wants us to look to Him when we are weary. God doesn't condemn us when we are weak either. Because sometimes we can think, oh, we're useless. I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, good am I? I used to be able to do this, but I can't now. And why am I in this situation? There's no way out. He wants us to look to Him, that He can supplant our weaknesses and exceed them, transform us in Him by giving us His strength. Even backing up a little bit, Isaiah 28 to 30, we see before this identifies a little bit about God. Do you not know, have you not heard, the Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth? He will not grow tired or weary, and His understanding no one can fathom or contemplate. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. And that's Isaiah 40, 28 to 30, right before this verse. So, in your weakness, in my weakness, we need to trust in God. We need to look to God and say, I can't do this on my own. I'm stuck. I need your help. And we need to believe that God is our help. And He'll come for us. He'll come and give us what we need. He will be the strength that we don't have ourselves.